Hi Year 2, here's your maths lesson for week 3, lesson 4. Have you remembered to do times tables rock stars? Hope so. Now let's do a top marks warm up. Today you're going to play the game Blast Off. Have a go at the count on and back. You could start with 0 to 30 count on and try 0 to 30 count back and go higher with your numbers if you like.
Count on 8 from 14.
I've been wondering how many of you attempted that last challenge I set you yesterday. Let's just take a quick look at that before we move on with today's main lesson. Here it is. I asked you to have a look at this one. Well, first of all, you should have put the biggest number first. And then you need to partition 232. Let me show you with my place value cards. 232 is really 230 and 2. You should have added 200 first to give you 624. What should you have added next? That's right, you should have added the 30 to give you 654, which then just leaves you the 2 to add on, like so. Ta-da! Okay, the main part of the lesson today, we're going to be adding two two-digit numbers again together, but in a slightly different way. We've got some partitioning in there, and we're using money instead today to solve word problems. Here's today's shop. Let's imagine Hudson has gone to the shop and he bought a banana and an apple. How much money did he spend altogether? Now this is a calculation we need to do, but today we're going to partition both numbers. It's always really good to learn different strategies to solve sums, and then you can decide which one you want to use in the future. And you can always use a different strategy to check your work. Let's partition the two numbers then. Remember, partitioning is just splitting the numbers up into tens and units. So 20 and 6 makes the 26, and if you partition 31, it's 30 and 1. Let me show you that on the money tool. You can see I've got my 26p out using tens and ones. I've got the 20 and I've got the 6. And here's a 31p that Hudson would need. Now I'm not going to start with the 26 and add those tens today. I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to add all the tens together first. You can see we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then I can add the ones. There were 6 up here, and that makes 7. So we've got 5 tens, 7 units. How much does Hudson spend altogether then? So here is what we did really. But what's the final answer? You need to recombine those tens and those units. And that just means add them together again to give you your grand total. And that's another of our no workout sums, isn't it? Here's 50 and 7, 57. Let's just show you 50 and 7, 57. Here's another way to show it using pencil and paper or pen and whiteboard. This is Mr. Hipwell's favourite way of doing this. I like it too. He's done 20 and 30, gives you your 50. 6 and 1 makes 7. So you've partitioned your tens and your units. And in your head you should be able to recombine that, add them together to give you 57p. Cool. How about this one? Try it on your whiteboards. If Rufus buys a bunch of grapes and an apple How much does he spend? Write down your sum. Add up those tens. Then add up the units. And then recombine to find the total. If you want to do it practically, you can raid that piggy bank again. Get out some 10p's and 1p coins and set them out just like I did with the money tool. Remember, if you prefer, you can write it down like this. You might even just be able to work it out in your head, whichever way suits you. Next problem. Caden went to the shop and he bought a pineapple and I think it's a peach. How much did he spend all together? Here's the calculation you need, but it's going to be a bit trickier because your units are going to add up to over 10. How would we do it? Well, I partitioned and added up the tens first. 40 and 10 is 50p. Then I added up my units. 7p and 9p gives me 16p. And we made another sum that we could partition and recombine. Look, 50p and 10p gives you the 60p. 0 pennies add 6 pennies, 6 pennies. Recombine to give you 66. There are other ways of doing it, of course. Find this sheet in your pack now. Give it a go. Don't forget to check your answers. And don't forget that think question. Extension work now. You can do this on some square paper if you like. The shop's got a few more items in it now. And you can pick 3 items to add together using the partitioning and recombining method. So we could have added the 40, the 20 and the 10 to give us 70. I've got double 6 here with my units, that makes 12, add 5, 17. But now we need to recombine. What's 70p add 17p? Hopefully you've done 70 add 10 is 80, add the 7, 87p. You can choose any combination of 3 that you like to add together, but don't forget to write them on your square paper and the answer. If you prefer, you can just choose 2 items. Up to you. Have fun, and that's it for this week, boys. It's bank holiday tomorrow, so have a rest, you deserve it. And I'll see you next week. Be good.